Hey guys, welcome to Tech Talk.
Hi,
I'm Mike.
And I'm Lee.
We've actually had a week away. Were we supposed to film last week?
Yeah, it's going to be up a week later than usual.
Lots of different things, just busy really. That time of year, that time of sort of life now really. It's just busy. It is. But yes, we're back. We've got a couple of new products.
Got new gadgets to show you today, folks.
We do, which I'll get into this one after and we can get into that one after. We'll do a bit of news first. Do you want to go first or you?
Go on in.
Okay, I am going to talk about a Canon camera. Yes, I know. Lee's face like, oh my god, we are Nikon people in this studio.
You can tell by his t-shirt.
As you can tell by my t-shirt and my jacket, which is over there, which you can't see, and every other camera that's in the place except the GoPro. It is. So Canon have released, well, they actually just released all the details yet, but they're coming out in June, which is the new Canon EOS 5DS and the 5DSR.
Right.
It is, which has basically stunned part of the camera world because this is a 50 megapixel sensor.
Nice. That's
and one of the biggest on the market is like 34 megapixels, which is the big Nikon D8 and 810.
Right.
It is. So this is a 50 megapixel sensor. Now, I'm kind of baffled by it because it's 5 frames per second.
Yeah.
So it's not a fast camera compared to like the D4 and the D4S, which are 11 frames per second, which are lightning. And I think it's the Canon Mark III.
Right.
A 5D Mark III, which again is just lightning fast, fantastic sports camera. So it's not a fast camera, so you've got a massive file, it's not a fast camera, so I'm kind of guessing they're aiming it towards studio work, because the ISO, the lowest is 100, standard thing, even though some of the new ones now will go to 50, my D750 will go to 50.
Yeah.
It will, but it'll only go to 6400 ISO, so it's not the camera for the dark. When you compare it with the D4S, which is what, 1400,
right,
145,000 that will go up to ISO wise. So you know, we're basically taking pitch darkness and that. So again, where's this being aimed for? Now I'm kind of guessing, like I said, it's going to be a studio work camera, especially the size of the bloody file, 50 megapixels.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking at medium format. So, but again, now another one they've added now is a 61-point autofocus system, which is generally used for sports photography. It's how quick, you know, your sensors picked up to focus as you're doing stuff. 3-inch screen, but this is the one thing that shocked me, and it really has shocked me. It's a 50 megapixel sensor, so we are talking a massive quality, and we are talking 4K, if not bigger, recording.
Yeah.
But they kept it to a 1080p 30. You get that one?
Oh, this sounds a bit strange.
This has absolutely just baffled me. I cannot understand why they're not taking it to a better
next level,
a better video quality. I mean, I know there is the C500, which is their main 4K camera.
Yeah.
Now they've just knocked $4,000 off that, and I know everybody out there is like, "Whoa, $4,000!" Yeah, there's still nearly $10,000, even with $4,000 knocked off it.
To check out.
But I just don't get why they kept a 1080p. When with that sensor they could have easily a 4K video setup on it. Another thing is they've removed the headphone socket, because they used to come with a mic socket and a headphone socket, which is fantastic on DSLRs. It's one of the complaints I have with Nikon, because only 2 Nikon cameras have headphone sockets as well as mic sockets.
Yeah.
So they've removed the mic socket. So again, those are drawing away from the, if you have it, DSLR film kind.
Yeah. So you can't review it live in the field then. You can't get your audio levels. That's weird.
So again, not going to do that. They've gone to a medium RAW and a small RAW, which is what normally does. But one of the biggest things again is medium RAW. They crop it 30 megapixels cropped. Small RAW with 19 megapixels cropped, which is still a fair size file, even as a cropped file. But I am just absolutely baffled as to what this camera is for. Is it for wedding photography? Well, no. The 50 megapixel file would be too big, and you'd have to walk around with some sort of hard drive in your pocket, constantly running on this camera. Yeah. Because I do weddings, and you shoot 2 of us, 1,000 each, easy. So that's 2,000 photos, and then you scroll through them and cut them down and everything, you know, as you do. So I wouldn't want 1,000 photos on a 50 megapixel sensor, because what's the biggest card you can buy these days? I think there's a 500 gig one that SanDisk do, which is really bloody expensive. But yeah, and so it's not a wedding photographer's camera. It's not a sports photographer's camera because with a 5 frames per second, it's not fast enough. Quality's there, obviously, but it's just not fast enough. Low ISO again, so it's not one for the dark. So you obviously turn to studio. So why the 61-point autofocus? Unless you're like doing a dance studio and constantly taking photographs of people dancing or a single person dancing. And so this one has actually baffled me. This comes out in June, and we are talking. What we've heard is $4,500 a piece.
So you won't be seeing it on Tech Talk anytime soon.
So you won't be seeing it on Tech Talk anytime soon. So if I'm going to spend $4,500 on a camera, it's going to be a D4S or something. It is. But yeah, I am just absolutely bemused by this. I am. The difference, because you will ask out there, or we'll probably get somebody on your Facebook page ask us, what's the difference between the 5DS and the 5DSR? One has an optical filter taken away, which helps in the dark or something. I actually don't know. Nikon did the same with the. Actually, you probably remember the D800, and then the D800E came out, and it was just a filter that was taken off. Why they just didn't take it off in the first place and sell it as that, I don't know. But that's the way it goes. But I am just absolutely gobsmacked as to what this camera is for. I mean, don't get me wrong, okay, the megapixel chase, which was always a big thing, especially when the first DSLRs came out, was always a big race, you know, who's going to get the biggest megapixels. And it's great, but 50 megapixels files are going to be
huge, absolutely massive.
You're going to have to run a Mac and a half to basically edit these things. I can't wait. There's a guy I watch, everybody probably watches, you know him, Frono's Photo. Now, he is definitely trying to get hold of one of these just to try it. One of the coolest things he does is actually put a file on his website that you can download, and he leaves the raw file from the camera on there so you can put it yourself into Lightroom and have a go. So that I'm intrigued by, because I think that'll be a good little segment to see how big
record it.
This file's going to be, because I'm thinking, oh my god, this is just going to dwarf everything. I mean, I've used medium format cameras. I've used 35 grams with a Hasselblad, and we use Phase 1, which is a program a bit like Photoshop.
Right.
It is basically you plug the camera directly into your laptop. You take your photograph in the studio and it goes straight to your laptop because of the size of a medium format file. Huge files. I mean, we're talking 4 or 5 gig photo, some of them massive files they are. So yeah, I'm just really, I mean, the Hasselblad we use is like, I think it's a 58.9 megapixels. So this isn't that far from a medium format, so it'll be fun. Like I'm just intrigued to try my hands on one of these. Coming June, I'm going to be out of uni, so if they have one in, I can't. But I will be trying to make some phone calls just to see if I can play with one of these.
Hire one or something, just rent one for the day.
Because I just got to test this frigging sharpness of these images. They're going to be immense. Yeah. So yeah, but that's my sort of confusing one today. I'm just baffled by this story. It's absolutely. Because it was all the big hype. It's like, oh, they bring out a 50 megapixel camera, and then everybody was like, no, hang on a minute. They put all these heads on it. What does it do? What's it for?
Yeah, what does it do? Yeah, what's the whole point of this?
I mean, I can't see it, but if you say it's 5 frames per second, if it was faster than that, if it was 11 frames per second, yes, it would be a good sports camera, but I can't see a sports camera doing it that quickly with that large a frame. You know, you're going to fry your camera.
Pretty much.
Steam coming out of it. Nah, but there you go. So that's my story.
Okay.
It is. And what have you got?
Right, yeah, basically it's going to be a preview of this, which I haven't had time to test it yet. It's the Video Mic Go from Rode. And you can see it here, and we'll cut to a few close-up pictures of it later on. And basically, it attaches to either your DSLR, shown on the back there, or on a GoPro camera via a special mount, which I haven't figured out what kind of mount that is yet. I've seen a screenshot of it. This is like this weird thing, but yeah, it's a directional microphone. It requires no battery. It has the shock mounting on it, which means it can bounce around a fair bit, and it says in the book that it isn't going to snap or break or anything.
We'll give it a try.
And we'll put that to the test, definitely.
We'll give it a try.
But it's got a 3.5mm mini jack output, which is standard for microphones, and I'm currently mic'd up with the extension lead which allows you to...
leave it.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, because most microphones you just don't get anything.
It's got a cold shoe mount with a 3/8 inch thread.
Standard thread, yeah.
Standard thread, and it's got a 2-year warranty on it. So anything goes wrong, you can...
yell at road.
You shouldn't have to really. You do have to get that extra, which is the dead cat.
It's a windsock.
Yeah, to keep out, extra noise and all that kind of business.
I don't think they call them windsock. Window.
Something like that, yeah. So if you're filming outdoors in a windy location, like the top Blaenhaven.
When you get...
Yeah. We'll give that a test. That'll be one of the parts of the reviews of this. We'll test it outdoors.
Withstand Blaenhaven.
Yeah. And actually
stunning mic.
And it can pick us out. And that's great, yeah. As I say, directional audio, easy use. You just basically plug it in and off you go.
Yeah.
There's just no setup required.
Yeah. It's good in the field actually, because it saves time.
Yeah, and it's just powered by your camera, so there's no batteries.
It makes a change, because I think we've got a couple of little shotgun mics that we've used over the years while filming, and all of them have come with AA batteries.
Yeah.
Which is never a good sign when your microphone needs a battery.
So that's pretty much it, folks. I haven't had time to test it yet, but that's what we're going to be doing. I'll look out for a review. The price is somewhere in my notes. $94.
Ooh,
you can pick it up.
That's not bad then.
So on Amazon, I think where I got it from, it came in about 60 quid.
That's really good.
So
this is a Rode mic, so I mean, you are talking probably the best mics, if not, there's another one begins with S, I can't remember the name.
Oh, Sennheiser.
Sennheiser, fantastic, but you are looking at quality mic.
Yeah.
Very good, right.
So there it is, folks, that's the Rode Video Go microphone. Look out for the review on the next episode of Tech Talk.
Cool. Right. I will now show you my Spyder.
Oh no. I don't like spiders.
I'm terrified of them. This is the Spyder 4 Pro. This is a advanced monitor calibration system. Now we got this because basically myself and Sarah, being photographers, no matter how good your monitor is, no matter how expensive your monitor is, as you know yourself, being a film guy, you can create something and we print it off, and for some reason we have a darker image than what's showing on a backlit monitor, because that's basically what you're doing. So this basically attaches, you put the software in your computer. One of the weirdest things I've ever seen is the fact you have to stand it on a little stand and put your light on and open the curtain so we can calibrate the light in the room first.
Alright, ambient light.
Yeah, and then you basically put it flat on your screen. It's like a little weight thing at the back to weight on your screen, and it takes about 10 minutes, and then it calibrates your screen using the software to the correct colour. Now we've done one, I've still haven't done mine, because basically I haven't had time, which I'm determined to try and do tonight. This is my goal, this is. So if you see on Twitter, if you follow me on Twitter, it comes up, yay, my Spyder's worked.
I know what he's on about.
This is why. Basically, we did one monitor and we tried some print offs, and it's nice to actually say you can hold a print up and it's exactly the same as what's on your monitor. It is 2 inch, the colours are beautiful. It is just a perfect match. Even with the backlit monitor, obviously, you're expecting some sort of, but it matches it to the perfect as it should be. So it actually gives you the correct skin colour, your tones, everything. One of the things I will do is come down with you and we'll do your monitors, because doing filming, we know what it's like getting colours right. We've been doing this now for a good couple of years, and we know what skin tone.
It is a pain. It is a pain. It's like the same with photographs. You edit in Premiere and everything looks hunky-dory, and then you upload it to YouTube and view it on a different monitor, and it's like, hang on a minute, that's a bit bright or a bit too dark. And
Or you do my mistake was when we were filming once, I actually forgot what camera I was using, and I thought I was using the brand new camera, which is a double wheeled camera at the time, which was a 7000, and it was to operate the shutter speed and aperture at the back, and you press a button then to do other things, and hang on, we don't know, but we actually filmed with a 5000, and if you remember, I actually held down the exposure, because it's a single wheel, and I turned the exposure right up, so we're in the middle of the woods, and I can't work out why, we're all white and glorious.
Like Asgardian gods,
we were
all glowing.
When you switch your camera, sometimes you can be a plonk and accidentally do it, but we all do it. This thing retails £120, but anybody out there that's in the business, that's got a photography business, doing filming for a living, Definitely, if you want it to sort of match anything that how it should look, and how your colours should look, and give you a bit of an edge, I suppose. Yeah, definitely.
How much is it?
£120.
Oh, that's right.
It's actually not too bad. There are dealer ones out there, but everybody kind of recommends this one, so which I was quite pleased with. Especially when I had to pay for it too. But right, that's reviews done and some news.
Yes.
We now have
the long-awaited
test footage.
Yes.
And we now have to bite our tongues.
Vivitar and GoPro Test.
Well, I wouldn't say apologise. We were in a little bit of a shock because this Vivitar that I bought was £35?
Something like that.
Something like
Yeah.
that. Between 30 and £35. And me and Lee on the last tech talk basically slaughtered it for being a GoPro rip-off to the point that actual GoPro mounts fit on it because we stuck one on the car. And we didn't even need to change any of the threads, it just slotted it and screwed in. So it was like, okay, a bit of a rip-off, right, it's going to take for a run, it'll probably last about 5 minutes. And it surprised us.
Yeah.
Not only did it surprise us with lasting on the car, being thrown into water,
and being dropped.
Being thrown down the stairs in the shock mount that's on it.
Probably about 20 feet drop.
About 20 feet drop.
Yeah.
The actual video footage is not that
It's not that bad.
Considering it's a 720p, it's not bad at all. It's, we were quite shocked.
Yeah. So anyway, here comes the footage.
Yeah.
And then when we come back, we'll do our conclusions.
Right, we've just reviewed
the Vivitar versus GoPro footage. What are your thoughts?
Generally, even our camera guy is just, I'm blown away by considering there is a difference there, don't get us wrong. There's a pinkish, especially the Rode one.
Sort of hue.
Pinkish hue to the Vivitar than the actual, and a bit of it less, the saturation is off a bit as well.
Yeah.
But when you think the price difference between the two, it's not that far away at all. It's really surprising.
The video quality is obviously the main difference between the two.
The GoPro is going to obviously dwarf it.
You get less noise with it, and where you see the drop test, it was near enough dusk, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you could tell the light performance. It was darker on the Vivitar.
Yeah.
When you're driving it as well, there was a little bit of bounce there, but it could be because it was mounted to a GoPro mount and not to a Vivitar mount.
But that's something we'd have to check.
Yeah.
Again, you do get a mount with it, which is like a bike mount, which we could stick it on.
Try and put it on the car.
Yeah, and have another go. But just shocked at the fact that this thing still
performs quite well
and performed fantastic. I used to be well into my skateboarding and things. I wouldn't want to use it every day as any sort of extreme sport. You're not going to get the quality that you've got with the GoPro or the safety you've got with the GoPro of not breaking. Because this thing will, I think if we really put it through its paces, this thing will.
Yeah, for the drop test, we put a small mat underneath it and checked it down, and we were quite confident they was going to survive that.
Yeah. We were a bit shocked as well in the water. We didn't realise it was going to be that.
Yeah, the thing in the water, I know, is because the camera's so small in our house and it's difficult to play about. But then again, you wouldn't have to worry pretty much if you were filming with it properly.
That's true. You would dive in somewhere then.
It'd be mounted on. But
anybody out there that wants to do the extreme stuff, can't afford a GoPro. GoPros are expensive. The cheapest one now is
£99,
which is the Hero.
Yeah.
And then obviously you've got the GoPro 3 and 4, which are out. 4 is amazing. Fair play to it. Hell of a camera. It is. But anybody out there that really, you're starting off, you're doing some stuff on your motorbike, you're doing car stuff.
Yeah.
£35. You can't go wrong.
Pick it up and give it a go.
It's going to give you a decent enough footage you can put on YouTube and get a good video. You will have to take it through a post-production. Alter some of the
just to clean it up
just
a bit.
to bring out the saturation, just to clean it a little bit. But as long as you know what you're doing, you are going to get a good quality video. So I'll actually give my thumbs up to it.
So out of 10, what would you give it, the Vivitar?
I think around about a 7. 7.5, I would. There's others out there cheaper. There's others out there more expensive that rival the GoPro. Like I've said before, you're not going to beat the GoPro. There's, even Apple are trying it for some stupid reason.
Sony have got theirs out, haven't they? And the action camera.
I would be interested to see Sony's because Sony's actually been endorsed by Tony Hawk. So that's my stomach, by the way. If the mic picked that up. It's been doing it all day. But I would be intrigued to see the Sony in action, and now my mind maybe have a little shot.
I am buying that one because I got enough. I got 2 GoPros, don't need that. I can't afford that.
At the moment, I'm looking for a new lens, so it's going to be a while. The one I've seen is currently more than my car. But I'm still intrigued to put these cameras for the test. Anybody actually got one out there, then that we can borrow just for the day.
That
would be kind of cool.
Or put up your own video on YouTube, send us the link.
And
we'll take it out, and then with your permission we can use it in the future tech talk. So
we'll match it then with a piece of footage on
GoPro and the Vivitar.
I have heard good things about the Sony one. Apart from the fact it's a weird shape.
And it is like a tubular, sort of like the shotgun mount.
It reminds me of a rangefinder. You're looking.
All right,
Your range. I don't know why. It should come with a sniper on again. When you buy it. But anybody looking for a cheap camera, a Vivitar camera out there, they're £30-35. All depends which shop you go in. They're probably even cheaper these times now. It's probably gone down the price again. It is, but
very reasonable.
Very reasonable and good quality.
Go for it.
Really is. Go for it.
So there we are, folks. That ends this episode of Tech Talk. Hopefully,
new set.
Our new set. Hopefully, we're lit okay. We're not running any studio lights today, so if it is a bit dark or a bit yellow, we do apologise. But we'll see you again next time.
Remember that next time.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.